Hey guys, what's up? CJ here with Waist Rectify. Today's video is my year update on our Lovesac Costco wholesale bundle. And if you haven't seen the first video when we first brought the Lovesac home and what we brought home and how much we paid for it and all that jazz, please feel free to check out this video, which I will also link in the description, so you can go back and watch that first and then come back here and you'll get the year update if you want. So I'm not going to go over so many of the preliminary details that I went over in the first video just for the sake of keeping it fresh. Do people keep it fresh anymore? Is that even a thing? Because I'm not really sure, but I digress. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get right into it. Here we are 1 year later. We definitely have used our Lovesac often, but it isn't our number one couch. We have a couch upstairs where we spend about 50% of our time, and then our Lovesac downstairs, which we spend another 50%. Of course, since the pandemic and not leaving the home, we probably have spent more time on both couches, let's be honest, than we might have otherwise. And in that time, we've really only experienced some minor wear and tear, which is likely to be expected, like some dings in the wood on the coffee table because it is kind of a softer wood, and a tiny bit of pilling on some parts of the outside of the sides of the couch. I really haven't noticed any on the cushions, which is probably where I would have assumed it would have happened first, but I haven't noticed that at all. And of course, like the throw pillows and stuff, there's really no pilling on that, but to be fair, those are just really kind of ignored. And the Lovesac itself too. My dog has a tendency to scratch, you know, when he's getting comfortable and spinning in 5,000 circles before laying down, and he hasn't affected the Lovesac at all. It still looks really, really good. It still looks brand new. And also, I haven't washed anything. I think when we first brought it home, a month or two into it, I did wash one cushion cover, but that's it. The color we chose ended up being a wise decision. Not too light, not too dark. And we did get the Taupe Combed Chenille covers for our Lovesac. So far, as far as cosmetics, it's held up really, really well. I'm very happy with it. Another thing that I really love about this Lovesac is the versatility of it. Over the past year, we've had a couple instances where we needed a queen size bed for a guest staying over. I was able to haul the 4 seats of the Lovesac up to our bedroom upstairs, put it into a queen size bed. This couch was so easy for me to move. I mean, it was a lot of trip up and down the stairs, but in a rush for kind of an emergency situation, it was really easy to take apart, move upstairs, put back together, and make a bed for somebody. So I really like the versatility of that. I also have taken a turn sleeping on it. I did an overnight stint just to see what it was like as a queen bed, and I actually quite liked it. I wouldn't say it's as comfortable as my bed, but for what it is, it was comfortable. I think one of the hard things though is because the cushions, you know, are 4 separate, those cracks in them can be a little bit uncomfortable. So if you're going to use it for that, you might consider a queen topper or something like that. And I'm trying to convince my husband. So far, I have not been able to, but I'm trying to convince my husband to make this our main couch and bring it upstairs because of that versatility. Especially thinking about now, like the holidays are coming and we're trying to find a place to put our Christmas tree. If we had this Lovesac upstairs, you know, with a couple extra pieces, it would be a lot easier. And same with when we have gatherings, whenever that's safe again. It's just, the versatility is like unmatched. Like that's one of the things I really, really love about it. And I've kind of been price checking over the course of the year because we have been looking at getting more pieces and expanding our couch a little bit. Even when I check through all the sales up to 30% off for some of their stuff, the prices never matched what we got at Costco. And we got the 4-seat, 5-sided bundle, in case you were wondering, with the blankets and the Squattoman and the Lovesac and the throw pillows and all the things. The hardware, like the coasters and the coffee table, like even during their best sale, it was still $1,000 more than what we paid at Costco for the bundle. If you're looking to save money, then definitely buy from the Roadshow because that's the cheapest we've been ever able to find it, and I really have been looking all year round. It is by far the most money you'll save, hands down, period, on a Lovesac Sactional. Even though I do really love the Lovesac, there are cons just like there are with everything. First of all, if you have small kids, or you lose the remote a lot, just be careful because the holes in the sides and of the cushions and things like that, not so much on the bottoms, but more on the sides, they have those deep holes because they're hollow on the inside, and small toys and remotes and things like that can fall right into those holes. And because it's like a guitar, you know, with just like one little hole in the center, and you have to really kind of rock the side around to get whatever might be in there out, unless you have someone with small hands that can go in there and feel around. But it is a place where we have lost toys and such in the past because they slip into the crevices of the cushions and then fall into the sides of the couch. Just something to look out for if toys go missing. Might be where they are. And another con is, I think I also mentioned this in the first video, is just that the shallow seating, when you get the 4 seats, 5 sides, you can't have all of the seats be deep seated at once unless you buy an extra deep side, which we ended up doing. We did that actually just pretty recently, but the extra deep side was another, you know, $200 and some odd that we had to invest into our couch in order to get it to be deep sided, all 3 cushions, which is what I'm sitting on right now. The cushions still fit really nicely. And if I'm being honest, like the deep seated is so much more comfortable. I really like the deep seated configurations better. And the only downside of buying a Roadshow bundle is that you can't do all deep seated cushions unless you buy a deep side. And when we were looking at our pieces, a deep side was not available. They might have changed that since then, but when we were building our bundle, the 4 seat, 5 side thing, deep sides weren't really included. So maybe that's different now, but I don't remember that being an option when we got started. So there is one last, I guess, final con, which is that we didn't have more choices of what we could or couldn't have when we bought it. But at the same time, I think we weren't really sure what we wanted. And so now that we've had it for a year and we know the configurations that we prefer, that we like deep seated instead of regular, in the future we can add on to our couch accordingly. And we didn't really have that knowledge beforehand. So, because initially I kind of thought a con was you get all this stuff and we hadn't used as much of it as I thought we would. I mean, I could have done without the throw pillows. They're really just kind of in the way. We don't use them a whole lot and they're big. I mean, they're so bulky that when we had it in the love seat configuration, it takes up like a whole seat. Because they're big and they're definitely soft and comfortable, but I think that we could have done without those, and maybe, you know, done without those and one of the coasters, and probably the Lovesac we could have done without, although it is really fun, but I would have rather had like another seat or something, you know, but we didn't know that going in. I don't know, like I think overall I really am still happy with our Lovesac. Obviously I want to add more pieces. I want to expand our, you know, collection and our ability to use this couch as we see fit, but a lot of the things I know now just had to come with experience. So I would still recommend the Costco Roadshow Lovesac and the Sactional. In general, they've been great couches. They've held up really well. They're super comfy, versatile, and they look beautiful even after a year's worth of kids and pets and life and stains and all the things. I hope that I answered all your questions about the Roadshow Lovesac in my year update. If you have any more questions that I didn't answer, please feel free to leave them in the comments and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. If you like this video, could you give me a like and think about maybe subscribing if you want more tips, tricks, and product reviews to help you live your best green life. And we will talk to you guys in the next video. Bye!